Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Today's session is on a resident in a dementia facility asking, a 90-year-old resident in a dementia facility asking where their mother is. So how to address this? Well, simply, if you can, as a staff member, if someone comes up to you, a resident, a 90-year-old woman, and says, where's my mother? It's always plaintive, sad in a sense, but where's my mother? I'm looking for my mother. Now, if you can lovingly and empathetically say, look, say Esme, if she's Esme, your mother has passed away because you are 90. 90? Am I 90? Often the reaction. Well, yes, you are 90, actually, because you were born in 1933, which makes you 9. How do you know when I was born? Well, because it's in the charts, and, we all know about these things. As staff, we know the basic information about you, in terms of your clinical records, and your birth date is part of that. So that's why I know you were born in 1933. Oh, yes, actually, I do remember that I was born in 1993. Does that make me 90? Yes, it does make you 90. Okay, so, that may be enough. That may be enough to say, yes, oh, thank you for explaining, I understand now that my mother's not here. Okay. And often they just, walk on and they're fine. Maybe not majority, but a good 50-60% will be de-escalated just with that explanation. But say they're not, say they're resisting, and they're still, where's mum, where's mum, where's mum? And so you as the daughter say, come in with your mother, Esme, escalated about where is her mother, what to do about this. Well, now you've got 2 situations happening. You've got the where is my mother scenario, and now you've got the stress escalated right up. So, you have to get the stress down and try and clarify and orientate her to the fact that her mother's passed away. So the best thing, one way of going about it is to take your mother to her bedroom where it's quiet. Yes, quiet, peaceful, settled. You never know in the lounge what might happen. Anything can happen there. So it's better to go to a quiet place where you can just chill out with your mother, get a cup of tea. Hopefully it's morning or afternoon tea time. Cup of tea always helps settle elderly people who love a cup of tea. So then you've had a bit of quiet time, and still your mother's, where's my mother, where's my mother? Okay. So this is when you need to start orientating her to the fact of her age. And this is when the trusty long mirror comes in, which you have now put up on the wall, and you can use that. So you can say, look, Mum, I just need to explain to you about your age. Yes. Do you know how old you are? No. Do you know when you were born? I can't quite remember. 1933. Yes, that's right. It's often dementia residents do remember their birth, the year of their birth. It's quite a clear, strong, memory. So often they do catch that. Oh yes, 1933, I was born then. So she's got that. And then you say, well, that means you're 90 if you're born in 1933. 90! How many times I've heard that? So many times. 90! They can't believe seriously that they've got to 90 and they don't even know it. Anyway, so again, trusty mirror, get your mother in front of the mirror and say, look, Mum, I just want to demonstrate this. Okay, now we're in front of the mirror. Now I want you to look at yourself. Oh, I look so old. Yes, because you're 90. 90. Because, when you see yourself on a walker, which she will be if she's 90, very few 90-year-olds in a dementia facility don't have a walker. They all do practically. In fact, from about the age of mid-80s on, most, from that point on, females especially, males too, I think, but they're the minority, aren't they, in a dementia facility? But mid-80s on, Most of the women are on walkers. So if your mother sees herself on a walker, that demonstrates age anyway. And if she can see she's a bit bent over and frail looking, or at least thin and, you know, older, she's more likely to get it. Oh gosh, I do look old in the mirror. I don't notice it so much when I look in the bathroom mirror. All I can see is my face, and that's all right. Hasn't changed much, which actually it hadn't changed much, because actually the faces of women, I've noticed the faces of women often, whether they're 70 or 90, if you just look at the face as you are in a bathroom mirror, it's not that different. If you've got the same hairstyle, a few more wrinkles maybe, but if you've kept your teeth and got your glasses and same hair, it's not that different from 70 to 90, just a few more wrinkles. But the body changes a lot between 70 and 90, you know, the posture, sometimes you're thinner, a lot thinner, you know, the walker, the joints you can see in the mirror, you know, all this going on. Anyway, so when you say to your mother, yes, mum, you are 90, yes, I can see I'm 90, right, we don't have to go on about it, but please, you know, I've got the message, and I mean, you can push it further if you want to and say, look, mum, I'm 60. You can look in the mirror and see I'm your daughter and I'm 60. There's 30 years between us. Anyway, the point's been driven home now. Yes, I've got it now. I've got it. Like, I understand. So this is how you orientate her, you know. It's not too difficult. Actually, another really good way of orientation, if, say, the family's not there, I used to find this in the workshops. So you're in the workshop and one of the residents is saying that, where's my mother, you know, and the other alert residents will quickly chime in and say, we're too old for our mothers here, you know, we're you know, none of our mothers exist. Well, they don't always get that, but they get the point that they're older and, you know, that, well, mothers aren't going to be around if you're older. Maybe not for all of them, but they realize that most of them haven't got a mother. Anyway, but if what I used to do was just say, if the person, well, where's my mother? Because anyone can get confused at any time, can't they? If there's a dementia, anyone, even the most alert, astute person, a resident, they have a dementia spin and, you know, everything starts spinning or they blank out, you know, they lose all orientation. And so, yes, they'll be asking, where's my mother, if they think that they're younger. So at that point, I just say the person, the resident that's spinning out, I would just say, actually, you know, your mother isn't alive because you're 90. 90! And what happens then? Well, and I'll say, yes, from the clinical notes, I know you're born in 1993. Yes, I was born in 1933. Yes, because it's in your clinical notes that you were born in 1933, which makes you 90. 90. Okay, so now we've got that. Yes, they know they're 90 because they're born in 1933. Now, what happens when you explain this in the group is that others will click on, oh, well, I was born in 1932, which is only a year different to 1933, so I must be near 90 as well. And so they all get the gist that they're old, near 90, and that their mothers won't be there. And so it's like the group dynamic of orientating is so powerful, so much more powerful when they hear it from someone else or their friend next door that they're 90, so they don't have a mother, so therefore I'm similar age, so I won't have a mother either. So very quickly they get it, they orientate, they, you know, get over any grief that they might have had if they thought their mother was still alive. You know, and yeah, you know, the fact, you know, most of the women, they don't have any husbands anymore either, you know, and that needs to be explained. Or often they get that, oh, well, my husband's died, I know that. And then the others chime in, oh, yes, my husband's died as well. So they get to see that most of their husbands have died. So they're pretty much there on their own in this place, you know. So it's a good idea to make friends with the people there, you know, to get that friendship at least. So if they're orientated to that, at least then they can work on that, you know. Of course, sons and daughters come in, but only a few would have husbands coming in that are still alive, often ones that are at the village. That being another subject, time's up. Thank you for your likes and support and subscriptions. Yes, thank you.